Alright, so I want to take a look at this item that I bought from Lowe's. It's a Craftsman UV work light. And I've got one, kind of a cheap one from years ago, and when I saw this, I thought, let me just see if this might not be better. It looks like it's better constructed than what I have. And it is the Craftsman CMMT25158. This does require 3 AAA batteries, which you do get with the unit. Alright, this thing looks pretty nice. It's got a nice surface on here, the black. This is the plastic, but this is more of a rubberized surface right here. Very nice. Here you can see it opens up. And then here we see where you have the battery compartment to put your batteries in. So let's see how this thing operates. Here you see it's got UV by the switch. Here it's just got a switch. So if we hit just the switch that's not marked UV, we see that this light comes on and it's got different levels. So you push it on for once, hit it again, it goes down a little bit lower, then off. So it's got bright, dimmer, and off. Now when we turn it up to the UV side and we hit the UV switch, nothing happens. But if we open it up, we now have a light down below. It's very bright. And then if we hit the UV light switch, the UV light comes on. If you hit the switch again, the UV light switch, it goes off. When it's open, like you see it here, and you hit the switch again, once everything's off, it now turns on the bright light. And then again we do this, we have our UV light. Now you can have the UV light on and the front light. Here I've got it at the brightest. So both those can be on at the same time, which is kind of nice. If you're looking down into an area and then you put on the UV, but both those can be on. And then of course you can shut the UV off and shut off the front light. Now one thing I actually like is that the switch requires a little extra pressure. It's not something that you can just bump and turn on. You've got to literally hit it or push it pretty good, which I like, because if it's in a toolbox or something like that, just a cursory bumping of it won't turn it on. And same goes for the UV light switch. Also, when it's closed, it has a nice tension to it, to where you got to pull on it. It doesn't just flop open. It's not going to open up for you by mistake. You're going to give it a nice tug and the same goes for closing it. You got to give it a purposeful open and close. Nice feature. Now you might ask yourself, why do I need a UV light? Well, here's some UV dye liquid. So if you've got a leak in the engine somewhere, the engine oil, or you put some of the proper stuff in for engine oil, or you put the proper stuff for your refrigerant, for antifreeze, allow the engine to run, or the air conditioner, this UV light will allow the special fluid to be illuminated even in the daytime. So I've got my garage lights on, and if you see, here's what that fluid looks like without the UV light. Now when I put this down by the UV light, notice how it changes, where you can just see it so much better. Without UV light, with the UV light. So that's the purpose. And obviously, if you just use a regular light, it doesn't do that. It requires the UV light. So what happens is when you use that special fluid under a black light, anywhere you have a leak, be it the engine, anywhere along the engine, or your air conditioning system, the black light causes this to fluoresce, and you can easily see where your leak's at, or if you have a leak in that system. So it'll either tell you you do or you don't have a leak. And you can use this in the daytime. You don't have to be in a darkened area to be able to see when this does fluoresce. I've used this several times in the past, and it does work great. Well, I think this is a very nice light, and this is definitely going to be replacing the one that I had from a long time ago. So I think it's well worth the money, and very happy with it.